I know that with mental health care being such a huge issue, some of the main factors that people complain about is there's a woodpecker over there.
Yeah, I hear it.
Ah, it's beautiful. It's nature.
Hello, Hoosiers! Also, a big hello to those who are not living in Indiana and tuned in to this video and podcast. I'm your host, Diva Armas Luther, and this is Create, Concentrate, Collaborate by Artisan Alley. As I recorded the second season, America is slowly opening up the quarantine doors and getting ready to socialize again. Awkwardly. It has been a year of Zoom meetings and social distancing. I have to say that being in Bloomington and not going to any art events, farmers market, concerts, etc. was a surreal experience. Some people can't see their friends and family. Some have lost loved ones. All of us have experienced all forms of mental exhaustion and burnout. And no, I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about mental health because I'm not an expert. Our guest today, though, would love to talk about mental wellness, and the best part is, it involves horses.
Hey everybody, I'm Domonique, and I am a spiritual wellness guide and a filmmaker.
Some people in the community told me that Kira is known as the horse whisperer. Here's why.
This is my brush. I can order you a special wig like mine if you want me to. Yeah, for real. What color do you want, girl? You want a black wig? You want a purple wig? I got a white one. I got a white one and a purple one. We could do this, right?
She introduced me to equine therapy earlier this year and brought me to this wonderful place. Fresh air, green as far as the eyes can see, and of course, horses. How do you feel when you ride horses, and how do you want other people to feel when they ride horses?
I love that question. That was super thoughtful. Yeah, I love that question. When I ride a horse, I just immediately feel like I'm engaging in a conversation. That's how I feel. Like the minute I even approach a horse, I'm immediately engaging in conversation. Even if I'm not saying anything, I'm having a conversation, even if it's just in my mind and through my body. And so when I get on a horse, the first thing I feel like is like a conversation has started. And I feel the urge to then tell the horse that I trust them and that they're free to lead.
So, where do the horses come in place when it comes to spiritual wellness?
It's something that's unquantifiable. Fortunately, though, a lot of research has recently gone into equine therapy, which is what you'd be talking about if you're talking about the spiritual aspect and the healing aspect, and has proven to be very effective to help people with various mental health issues, physical health issues as well. So there's hippocamp and things like that. I was always like into horses. I wouldn't say that I was like a major equestrian or super psyched about them, but I always did love them because I love animals. Eventually, as I started to read more about it and really put together my experience with what I was learning on the back end, I was just like, oh, that's what was going on. Wow, I can see the story that the horses were helping us to understand about our state of being much better now that I'm putting kind of the pieces together. When it comes to mental health and mental wellness, I feel like it's the big elephant in society, and especially the disparities amongst the lack of mental health care for Black and brown people. And so that is that's definitely one of the main things that fuels me to have the foundation CET Posse, which stands for Cowgirls for Equine Therapy. It's a loving homage to the cowgirl. We don't wrangle, cows or anything like that. We don't wrangle horses or anything like that. Um, but we do have the heart and the spirit of a cowgirl. Whether you've actually been on a horse yet or not doesn't make you someone who is a horse lover or an equestrian. It's something that's in your heart. And so there are people who, for whatever reasons, may never be able to get on a horse a day in their life, but they're connected to horses. I think the connections are what's most important. And the connection that I've made with horses and the incredible way that they've helped me to relieve my anxiety, my depression, just even regular ups and downs of life has been outstanding, tremendous, like unexplainable. One of the things that people complain about is access to care. And another thing that people complain about is being able to find someone that they can understand and can understand them. And there's a huge lack of cultural like barriers that are in the mental health care system currently that are just flat out being ignored and neglected. That has ruined people's very lives. It even ruined part of my life. It was a huge, huge setback for my family not to get the adequate mental health care that we needed. And because of that, a family had to be broken, you know? I know for a fact if the right mental health care systems were in place, we would have been able to, not have this tremendous loss in our family. And if nobody wants to take it or if nobody's listening, I'll just do it myself. The reason why we're having some of the problems that we have is because of the industrialization of the system. So do I want to wait on the system to listen to me, or am I going to just do it myself with all the God-given free will that I have? Making connections and making the things that matter first, which is relationships and community, that's what I've been able to do. And we're very blessed to have Root Equine Services as our sponsor stables. We've been together for almost a year now, and I'm hoping after this next year we'll be able to have done enough work in the community, apply for grants to get our own property and help people from there, and it be a wellness retreat center. And I also want to be able to provide transportation. So all the issues that we're having, a lot of times the people on the ground floor, they kind of understand what the solutions are because they're the ones with the problems. I was that person, the person with the problems who didn't have the transportation, didn't have adequate bank of practitioners or therapists to choose from, people that understood or cared about who I was and where I was coming from without labeling me or putting me into a stereotype or misunderstanding me. And so that's what I seek to do.
Thank you so much, Kira. That's a wonderful statement. And I hope everyone that sees or hears this can also take that into consideration.
So on Facebook, we have a website. It is facebook.com/CET Posse, spelled CET-POSSE. Thank you. Bye. Shine bright like a diamond. Come on, Rainbow. You want to appear right there. I feel it.
For upcoming events, opportunities, and more info, give us a call at 812-370-0278 or visit our website at artisanalley.com.